Hey guys, what's up? Tyler here with PlayerSelectGaming, and welcome back to another video, another Hyrule Warriors episode. And today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Number one, because it's going to be chopped up a little bit, and number two, because this is a post-commentary voiceover. Because for some reason, my audio didn't record on my Tascam. My Tascam completely recorded like the 51 minutes of original footage I had because I messed up this level a couple times, but there was nothing there. Those, like, the microphone didn't work for some reason. I don't know. It showed that it was working, but I guess it didn't. And so this is the Death Mountain level, and I think, yeah, I go with Sheik, and I might chop this up even more than what it is right now. This is 34 minutes long. I don't know if I'm gonna really find 34 minutes of stuff for to talk about, but I'll be quiet.
Leading a small force of Hyrulean soldiers, Impa stepped into one of the newly opened portals. The kingdom spread out before her seemed like the Hyrule she knew, yet it was somehow very different. Before long, she realized that they had traveled back to the era of the mythical hero of time. Awed, Impa began her search for the Gate of Souls. She sensed an evil presence on Death Mountain and set out for the ominous peak. And with her came the mysterious Sheik.
And that's all she wrote. But yeah, I want to be quiet so you guys can listen to the cutscene. But yeah, we'll see if we find 34 minutes of stuff worth to talk about. And so, this is Death Mountain using Sheik. And I messed this up a couple times. I'm not really sure why. I'll be quiet again. Quiet while the women are talking. I guess they're not really talking. It's still just text. I better make this bigger so I could actually, you know, like, read along. That'd be a good thing to do, right? Oh, yeah. No one named Sheik in my tribe. What does that make you? What are you really after? And look who shows up. I really, really wish they would have used Navi's or Navi, whatever you want to call her original voice for... And actually it sounded like they said, listen. But like the original tracks from Ocarina of Time. But this, like, that's not from the game. Listen, hey, hello. Here we go. But yeah, I messed this level up a lot. I don't do things in enough time. And one thing that I can't get over is the sound of the Gorons when you beat them up. They're like, oh. Just listen. Poor people. You almost sound bad for laying down the whooping. But basically, you're fighting Gorons right now because they are, for some reason, bad. You'll find out later in the episode once we get there toward the end. And they are rolling boulders toward us, toward our allied base. Which is not good, and so I'm pretty sure I love the huge bombs. One of the times where I failed, it's actually because the allied base got hit by some boulders. Yeah, that was totally my fault. And so that's one thing to avoid if you're playing this game. Take care of the places with the boulders because they will hurt your allied base. And I just don't understand why those bombs don't hurt those Deku shrubs, or Deku Babas, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, this game really, if you're not playing it, it's really kind of hard to commentate because it's kind of like the same thing over and over and over and over again. So this might actually get chopped up even more. This attack's awesome. Might get chopped up even more, like a 5-minute episode. Yes, it'll be longer than that. But I'm pretty sure this is the first time I actually am playing using Sheik. And I really like Sheik as a character. Very quick, very strong, nice different array of moves. You saw there was a water, kind of like a water fountain twister thing, water spout, and then you could bring like some kind of meteor down on people. There's like a drop kick there from the sky. There is a lightning attack, which I might do. No, not doing it this time. But sometime you'll see a lightning attack that you can do as Sheik. And I was actually looking and playing through adventure mode and figuring, hey, how does this all work? Apparently, that's how you unlock a lot of the characters. You don't unlock Princess Ruto, which I already played. I'm recording this, October 9th, and I've actually had episodes, this is 5? I actually have episodes 6 and 7 already rendered and exported, and those episodes are Lake Hyla, or Hylia, whatever you want to call it, and Skyloft, and Princess Ruto is in Lake Hyla. Poor people. And you don't get her as a playable character, but you can unlock her in adventure mode. And so I had no idea that's how you unlock the characters. I thought, as you played throughout adventure or the legend mode, that you unlocked every single character in the game that there is. But apparently that's not true. That you actually have to unlock them, some of them at least, in adventure mode. And I can't remember what's in here. I think it might be a weapon. Not like a weapon everybody can use, but a weapon for a certain character. But I can't remember what it is. Yeah, it's a weapon. Hidden weapon in a crystal. But there's a lot of weapons too in adventure mode that you can get. Heart pieces, gold Skulltula cards, a lot of different stuff. And so I've been playing through adventure excuse me. Adventure mode recently too. More boulders are coming. Allied bases being attacked with boulders. I guess I can't really do anything about it now since it's post commentary. We'll just have to sit here and watch to see what happens. But yes, adventure mode has a lot of stuff in it, and free mode is also fun. I haven't tried. On the back of the game, it says Nintendo Network, but I have no idea what the online capabilities of this game are. I don't know if you can actually play with people online, compete and play levels, or if you fight other people online. I'm not entirely sure, and so I might have to check that out one of these times. But right now I'm just really focusing on getting the legend mode completed as for the Let's Play series, and after I complete the legend mode, that's probably going to be it for the actual Let's Play series. I'm not going to do the adventure mode for the Let's Play series because number one, you can really go so many directions with that, and number two, you have to, if you don't get a good rank on it, you have to redo the levels, and it can just get very monotonous as well. And did I lose already? No, I didn't lose already. Darunia has appeared in the chief's room. Right there, when I faced that little gate, I should have known that I should have went down the other way and cleared that. That's actually going to come and bite me in the rear end here in a little bit. Because it should be open, because Impa has to come up through that way to the western keep. But I did not have it open, and that actually led to me losing the first time around. And I probably spent an unforeseen amount of time trying to actually get inside the chief's chamber. But I'm not able to because I just can't. And I wasn't in the right spot to set off the cutscene where Darunia appears and then you actually fight him. But you'll see all that here in a couple minutes, hopefully. Hopefully this doesn't drag out too long. Let me just scroll really quick here and just take a gander. I usually can tell by the sound, the sound waves. I really have no idea. I'm just pretending that I know, but I really don't actually. We'll just leave it and we'll just go with what we have. Oh no, now he is advancing toward the Allied base. And so I'm here still in Goron City just doing my thing. But meanwhile, Darunia is advancing toward the base. And so, let's just talk about this game in general, I guess. I can give a mini review on it. I'm really enjoying this game. I've never played a Dynasty Warriors game, and I think this game is a lot of fun. A lot of replay value. A little bit monotonous at times because you're just, for the most part, you're just button mashing, and hordes of the Gorons and the Skull Kids and just Moblins that don't have shields or anything. They aren't a big deal really at all. Right there is a mistake, I think. I didn't go straight down. Instead I went to another, what you call it, base. Instead of going straight down to the Allied base where I should have went. And I don't know why I just ignored it. I guess I thought this was a bigger deal to get this place over here. I have no idea. But this game has a lot of replay value, I think. And some of the enemies are pretty complicated to actually beat. You have to time things right. Certain weapons work better against certain enemies. And you'll see that in the Skyloft episode. There's those flying lizard people, dudes. And if you shoot them with a bow, they fall to the ground. And probably do the same. Why did I say that weird? They'd probably do the same thing if you would use the boomerang. But I just used the bow on those guys. But you'll see that in another episode. And why? I'm looking at this now in like my playthrough. Like, why in the world did I just ignore like all that stuff saying I need to go there? And then I just blow stuff up, and then I get the cuckoo out of there, and then I get a weapon, and I don't know why I ignored it. I wonder if I went back and got that, or if I keep that. I'm not really exactly sure. I guess I'll figure it out someday. But yes, if you have a Wii U, I would suggest this game. And I'm still in... Where am I? I'm still in Goron City fooling around. If you have a Wii U, I would suggest this game. It's definitely worth buying. Is it as good as a actual Legend of Zelda game that's like canon and actually like, you know, you play as Link through the actual game? No, it's not. But it's still good and it's still entertaining. And it's a nice mix-up on the take of a Legend of Zelda, because, you know, playing Legend of Zelda, you always, you know, say, hey, you know, I want to play with somebody other than just Link all the time. And with this game, you get to play as Link, Sheik, Zelda, Impa, Darunia, Rudo, Girahim, Xanth, Ganondorf, who else? Fi, or Fi. I call her Fi, but apparently it's pronounced Fi. Who else? Agatha, the bug girl from Twilight Princess, which I'm not really sure why they even bothered to include her, because I feel like she's not really wasn't that popular of a character in Twilight Princess, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she was popular. But when I heard that she was announced as a playable character, I was just like, really? Like, this random girl's a playable character? And also Lana, who is new to the series, what are these guys doing? Is playable character. Why am I yawning? How unprofessional. Good grief. Yeah, I'm doing really bad right here. I hope I lose sometime soon. Look at Goron, he tried to karate chop my face. Yeah, I just don't really understand what was going through my head as I was playing through this. Because I'm supposed to be at the Allied base defeating Darunia, but instead, I honestly might have missed the message, because I've done that before. Like, if you're so focused on whooping up on bad guys and you miss a message and you're not looking at the gamepad, you don't know what's going on. And so it says defeat Darunia, and I'm probably still here thinking that he is inside his chief room and not inside the Allied base, because I didn't see the message. But yeah, you know how that goes. And so yeah, there the West Boulder Keep just fell to Goron forces. Oh, we're closing in. We only got 2 minutes, I think, until we actually lose. And so actually what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to skip until the part where I actually get defeated and have to start over. Yeah, here it happened. The Allied base has fallen. I was too busy rescuing like West Boulder Keep or something. And therefore the Allied base fell because I did not do my job. And I did not pay attention to my messages. And so, yep, that's what the defeat screen looks like in this game. And I actually lost this level twice. And then I already did some cutting before I actually am recording this voiceover. And right here is where I should have been. If I just would have ran out to that ledge the first time around, I would have triggered the cutscene and would have been A-OK. And I could have fought Darunia. What a beast. Look at those muscles. And then all of a sudden a hammer appears out of nowhere. He is trouble. Now, I kind of wish it was the Megaton hammer. But, you know, what can you do? Actually, I don't know if I would have triggered it last time, because I think I did go off that ledge last time, but I think he already was heading toward the Allied base. This time I triggered him going toward the Allied base. I don't know how this game works. But I really would have liked it better if he would have had the Megaton hammer in this game, because that's the hammer from Ocarina of Time. And I think it's just been cool since it... I mean, this game is a pretty huge nod toward Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. It's not just all Ocarina of Time, but it's a little more Ocarina of Time focused, I think. That's just kind of like my feel, you know. I'm not basing that. I mean, you have Sheik, who's from Ocarina of Time, Darunia, Rudo, Ganondorf, and Link are obviously from Ocarina of Time, and Impa's also in Ocarina of Time. These characters are also in other games, but Sheik, I think, is only in Ocarina of Time, and Darunia and Rudo are only in Ocarina of Time. But the Great Fairy Fountains are just like the ones in Ocarina of Time. Navy is in this game, as you saw a little bit earlier. Other than that, oh yeah, King Dodongo. Volga, the main bad guy, is pretty much the human version of Volvagia, whatever, from Death Mountain in Ocarina of Time. And I think the villain Sia actually looks a bit like Twinrova. I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. I haven't read a ton of spoilers about this game, and so I do not know. I really don't want to spoil it for myself, but it would just seem that she is somehow related to Twinrova or something. Just her headdress kind of looks like that, or like a big toe, one or the other. I'm not really sure, but it'd be cool if a Twinrova made an appearance in the game. But apparently, in a future DLC pack, you can actually play as Sia, Volga, and Wizro. Wizro is another bad character. And he kind of reminds me of Agahim or Agaheim, whatever that guy's name is, from A Link to the Past. That's a beast of a move. But he's not the same wizard, obviously. But it's kind of that same idea. He's kind of creepy though. But the Great Deku Tree is also in this game, in the Fair and Woods level, if you watch that video. But other than that, I'm pretty sure that's all the Ocarina of Time references I can think of, you know, besides some other villains that are in this game. And I have defeated Darunia. Oh, but my friends, don't think it ends there, because believe me, it does not. He ends up retreating, and then I'm pretty sure I skipped the part where I figure out I have to open that one gate. I think. We'll see what happens in like 1 second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I realized that I have to go open that gate, and I'm trying to figure out how to get down there. Some of these maps can get pretty confusing, and thank goodness for the map in the upper right-hand corner, or else I wouldn't have been able to do anything in this game. Had to get a drink there. Clear the way, people. And see, I actually lost the game again, because... Or did I not? I don't think I lost the game. I think I just kept... Because if you don't do anything, Darunia just keeps reappearing and reappearing and then hiding, reappearing and hiding with full health. And you're just sitting there grinding away and doing absolutely nothing. And it took me a couple times. I was like, okay, Impa said she was going to meet me at this place, and she hasn't. And so I was like, well, this is the only place I really haven't conquered in terms of keeps, and so let's go check it out. And lo and behold, it's the one that I needed to do. And so unlocking and beating it unlocks the gate, which was needed. And so then we go up, and we should have another fight with Darunia in the West Keep. At least a little bit of a fight. Yeah, he says, man, I'm all better, let's go. We have a little bit of a fight, and then he does retreat again after we launch some boulders into his chief house hut base thing. And then we lay down the smackdown. Pretty peaceful right here, right now. Poor Goron, Captain. I laid the whooping on him. That's all the strength he has for today. Too bad I'm such a beast. And this game is just so satisfying. Like, if you just, want to go beat up on some bad guys, this is the perfect game. Oh yeah, Darunia just brought the hammer on my face, almost. But this game's just so fun just to whoop up on bad guys. Kick them in the face. Play the harp in their face. And show them who's boss. Now that little meter right there, for like the first 3 episodes, I didn't even understand like how it all worked. But after enemies like do, it's probably like a special move. They have that meter where you can hit them, and if you drain that meter, you get to unleash like a special super attack. You'll see it again in those white holes. And whenever you hear that da-da, that's when you're hitting them. Whenever that meter's actually up, like right there it is. But I didn't get to him in time because I was stuck in lava. There we go. Boom! We just destroyed their little statue thing. A really nice nod to Ocarina of Time would to have a little heart just sit in there, like not like a heart container, but like just like a little refill heart be inside of that container. Because if you blow it up in Ocarina of Time, depends what face you get, it spits out like a heart piece or something, coins, a heart piece. And so that'd be a nice little Easter egg if that was there, but it's not, so it's okay. Now I'm having trouble finding the way to go. Good grief. Now I have a cut coming up here. I'm not sure why. Maybe I did get a game over again. I'm not really sure. It's been a while. It's been a few days since I recorded this episode. Maybe I didn't even see a skip in frames or anything. Maybe just, I don't know. We'll just go along with it. Oh yeah. Then they decide to unleash bomb shoes on me. The rude people. The famous Goron bomb shoe. If we don't stop them, our base is say rebel. I don't know. I didn't read it in time. Stop bomb shoe from reaching the allied base. The bomb shoes in this game are absolutely huge. Like, in other games, they're like, oh, okay, they're just little things you just run on the ground. They go nice and fast. They're cute. In this game, these things go like blow up the whole half of the map. And what's another thing that's really annoying is whenever you get to those ledges, if you don't time A just right, you just end up like mashing your dash button or your dodge button. It's really annoying. There we go. Find the bomb operator. I'm pretty sure I passed him. Where's he at? Yeah, I think he's still down here in this base, I think. Yep. Out of the way, son. Then we commandeered that bomb shoe for ourselves. I'm not really sure what the point of like commandeering them is. I mean, obviously you don't want them to like blow up your own base, but I think all they do is they blow up like all the bad guys in the other keep. I think. Not 100% sure. And another thing I like better in this game is whenever you're in one of your keeps that you've already conquered, that if you start defeating enemies that your bar starts going back up. Because from what I've played so far, whenever you're in one of your own keeps defeating monsters and your bar's like halfway, it doesn't seem to want to increase back up. So I don't know if that's just me not noticing it or if that's how the game just works or what. But it's just one little thing that I've noticed. Go, Bombshoe, go! Y'all need to get out of the way. Oh man, the other one, they're gonna have a head-on collision. Oh, barely. And I didn't see the Bombshoe operator whenever this one, because they're right here, I'm looking for him, but I don't see him. I'm pretty sure he was just a little bit further behind, so instead I just decided to blow this one up. Oh, I I just punched the microphone. Sorry about that. I'll have to see if I can remember to get rid of that. That was really bad. I just like hit it with my hand. Good job, Highland Captains. I think that's who it was. Now enough fooling around. Get to the Chief's place and go whoop up and finish this level here. In less than 10 minutes, we'll have this level completed, and I can stop talking. Because my voice is starting to get a little bit scratchy. Another thing that I didn't realize about Sheik until in either a later episode or during free play, is whenever you press your special attack button, like you just saw back there whenever I was playing the harp, all that like purplish black stuff was surrounding me. Oh man, I got a yawn. That's real bad. It is 10:30 at night, and that's usually when I do record. Good grief, I could use a nap or 8 hours of sleep. Whatever special attack you used last that affects what special attack you use as Sheik whenever you just press the button that I did before to play the actual harp. If you do some kind of, I don't know what attack it is, it uses the dark attack. But if you play the harp, then you form that little black hole thing. If you do the water, if you do the special attack with like that pillar of water, I think you like surround yourself in water and you either boost your defense or your offense. I'm not sure which. I think it's defense. But each of them do little different things, and you can tell what like song that you have equipped. After you use a special move, it'll tell you. And so we'll see if we can see one here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to or not. Surely we do a special move here. The note appears right underneath of your special attack gauge. So we'll see if we can get one here. And right now I'm just mashing the B button. I'm not doing any kind of special attacks. I don't know why. You'd think I would. One thing Darunia does well is he just sits there and blocks. He's like a house. You can't get through to him. Come on, do a special attack. Why am I doing no special attacks? Because if I would have done the water spout, that throws him up in the air. It throws him off his balance. Another thing I realized, if you use bombs or something just to get them off their balance, then obviously they can't defend. Because if they can, they'll just sit there and they'll just defend like all of your hits. You can't get no hits in. Right there. I dropped that little meteor on him. Now you can see that I have a little red note underneath of my special attack bar. And I'm not sure how long that lasts or if it goes away. It only goes away if I press the special button. But that's what that affects that. And I didn't even realize that until a couple episodes later or whenever I was playing free play. But it's pretty cool. A nice little change or stat thing. I don't know what you want to call it that Sheik has. Darunia is almost done. Almost. Smacking me in the face. Poes are showing up randomly for some reason. Oh man. And I think one of the reasons I don't like using my special attacks is because they kind of break up your pace a little bit. Right there, now I'm using that, see? That creates like a ring of fire. That's what happens if you press a special attack. And while I was playing this, I think I was probably saying or thinking like, how did I just do that? Because then I tried doing it again, and it just, whenever you don't have anything equipped, like a song equipped, it just plays that little rainbow thing and doesn't do anything special. And so I was trying to figure it out. And there I did the water spout, but you may not be able to see it. Now you can see that I have the blue thing up there. And it might actually have been this episode that I figured it out. I think it is, yeah, because now I'm trying to test it out. But, yeah, a revelation. So if you didn't know that about Sheik, now you do. See, now I'm going to try to do it, I bet you. Let's see. Maybe not. Nope, didn't get a chance to. But I have defeated Darunia. That's what I like to see. I'm the winner. They give up. Oh, now he's nice. He didn't realize what they were doing. Forgive us. Someone was twisting our minds. Would you kindly release Princess Rudo? Oh, yes, of course. Man, I feel terrible for everything we've been doing. Wonder what could have been happening to them. And all of a sudden, Princess Rudo just shows up. That was a terrible experience. I'm sure it was for somebody like a Zora living in Death Mountain with all this lava. Yes, I want to know everything. But we have victory. I'm not really sure why. I'm pretty sure the defeat sound and the victory sound were exactly the same. I'm not really sure why that is. Doesn't really make a lot of sense now, does it? Now play that harp. Play that sweet jam. Oh, Deku Seed disappeared. Check our statistics. I can't say the word statistics. I just did. Statistics here. And we got, that's what we got. Big Goron's knife for Impa. Pretty sure it gives us 3 modifiers we can put on it. Yep, 3 modifiers. Which is cool. And what you can do is you can take, choose the Big Goron knife as your base weapon. And then you can take like elements like water plus or strength. I'm not sure what those number ones do. And you can put them toward the Big Goron's knife. And you can put those attributes on there. So which is pretty cool. Now I don't know if you can replace them. But I know if there's an empty spot you can put them on there. And I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I think I'm just getting rid of empty weapons. I hope I wasn't throwing away something that was actually important. I really hope I just didn't. Oh well. If I did, I guess I'll learn. You can now battle as Darunia. Magic Hammer. What a boring name. Megaton Hammer would have been better. I'm winning everything. And so, that's going to wrap it up. We made it. We survived a post-commentary. I don't plan on doing this often. I only did this because I didn't feel like playing the whole level over again. And I got to talk about the game in a little bit more detail. And so, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Make sure you check out some of the other videos on the channel. And stay tuned for more Hyrule Warriors. And so, once again, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next video. And yes, we will be playing Skyloft in the next video, just so you know. See ya!